Hi there, and welcome to another episode of Carol's Kitchen GT, the show. Today we're doing pastry, so I'm making Chinese cake. I don't know why they call it Chinese cake. If you guys do, please write in the comments and let me know. And they put that little red dot in it as well. I grew up seeing the red dot, so I put the red dot as well. I don't know why. Before we go any further, I just want to thank our main sponsor, Sterling Products, with Baker's Pride shortening that I'm going to be using today, and Abbey butter as well. And we're going to make the filling for the Chinese cake and roll it out, and I'll show you how that's done. And in our next episode, we'll be showing you how to make pine tart as well with the same dough that I made, and I'll show you shortly how I'm making the dough, and also the filling, which is made with pineapples.
What are you doing? Igloo ice cream. You know it's good.
So I'm just gonna mix the pastry dough. So what I usually do, of course, I don't measure anything. So I put half the amount of shortening, which is vegetable shortening made by Sterling Products, of course, and then half butter or margarine. But you can use, some people just use shortening alone, and some people just use butter alone. The butter and the lard or the shortening was in the fridge. That's why it has this kind of texture. I use all-purpose flour because I find when you use the self-rising flour for the pastry, when it's baking, it cracks up, and you don't want that. This is the kind of texture and consistency that you're looking for. So you combine the 3 ingredients with a sprinkle of salt, and you just keep working it until it gets like this. So you got to be very careful with the amount of water that you put. You don't put a lot, but you want cold water as well too. You can't put, well, you can, but then you'd have to put this dough in the fridge for at least 2 hours to get cool or cold, and then you would get to work with it better. So right now, because I'm not putting this in the fridge, I'm using like ice cold water to get all of this together. And this is what you're looking for. This is the little, let's call it a little dough ball. It looks small, it looks like a small amount, but when you start to roll it out and work with it, it makes, this here makes, as unbelievable as it sounds, this would make at least a dozen to maybe like 18 to 20 pastry. Now this is actually black-eyed peas. So what you do, you soak it overnight just like regular, like if you're gonna cook up or whatever, and then you boil it to a soft texture, and you can put it in a food processor or a blender, it depends. So I had gone ahead and roll out the dough. This is the size that I'm using. You just put it in your hands like this, and just about this amount. It depends on how big you want to make your pastry as well too. So you can make it anyhow you want. Like when I say anyhow, I mean like whatever size you want to make it at. So these are not very big. But what you're trying to do here now, what I'm doing here now, is closing up everything so it doesn't run or come out in the baking sheet or pan. So you just, this is what I do. I just smash it down a bit, take it around, form it into a nice little ball or a circle. I have some red coloring. Now I don't know what is the significance of this red dot, but if you guys know, comment in the comment and let me know. And you just take your fingers like this and you just put a little dot right here. And then when it's done baking, you'll see this is what you'll see what it comes out like. So I have some egg white here. This is what you call you make a little egg wash. So this is what you put, and I put a little bit of yellow coloring in it just to give it some color.
It's here! Igloo Ice Cream Fruit Bars. 4 mouth-watering flavors. Mango, pineapple, strawberry, and soursop. A beautiful combination of real fruit and igloo ice cream. Go old school with Fluty Popsicle. Classic flavors and refreshing goodness. Available at Igloo outlets and all your favorite shops.
Right, so we're back, and this is what the Chinese cake looks like. You all know what a Chinese cake is. If you're Guyanese, you're supposed to know what it is because it's been a long-standing Guyanese pastry from since I know myself, and that's a very long time. So you see, it's very crusty. It's very moist inside, but the outside is very crusty, and the pastry is very thin and nice. This is just how I like it. So thank you for watching. Remember to buy local, support local. I would like to thank my sponsors again, Sterling Products with Abbey Butter and the Baker's Pride shortening that I used to make this pastry, and GTT as well. So see you next week with the Pine Tarts.